What's up, everyone? Jaxx Finn here, and today I am bringing you my Dragapult EX deck profile for Pokemon. As you guys know, I have been getting, you may or may not know this, I'm pretty sure I haven't seen the video before, but last week I went to my first Pokemon League and I went undefeated. Even though it's only a 3-person tournament, since a lot of people were at regionals in Kentucky, I believe. I still had a really good time playing against some people, mostly just kids there, but I got some pretty good experience from that. When playing, kind of got my nerves out a little bit, since I was really nervous about it. But I brought my Dragapult EX deck that I have been playing for about a few months now, and the Pokemon TCG Live app, and I have been wanting to play Pokemon for quite some time now. And when the new app dropped, I started to dive into it and picked up Dragapult EX from one of those deck. I think there's a structure they gave us in the app. So I took that and kind of built it and played around with it, and then I built it in real life. And I'm pretty happy with the deck. It's really fun. I have been exploring other decks like Ancient Box and eventually EX from the new set, Shimmer, Stellar Crown. So I'm pretty much looking forward to playing more Pokemon decks and experimenting more with Pokemon. So I'm here to bring you guys my Dragapult EX deck, and hopefully in the future I can bring you guys more decks and open up more structures for you guys as well. But without further ado, we'll get into my deck. Obviously this deck isn't completed. I'm missing a few cards for it, so I'll be telling you guys what I am playing and what I am changing up the deck once I get the cards for it. But for the Pokemon we run, since it is a Dragapult EX deck, I run 4 copies of Droopy. It's just the first stage of this first stage. So we run 4 copies of Droopy of the basic Pokemon. We run 3 Dracloaks. Dracloak is really good for its ability, Recon Detective, which allows you to look at the top 2 cards of your deck and then add one to hand and put the other one at the bottom of the deck, which is really good for getting cards you might need for your deck, for your plays, which I find really fun. And then the star of the show is 4 copies of Dragapult EX. Pretty much with this Pokemon, you're mostly using its Phantom Dive ability, which does 200 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon, and then another 60 to your opponent's bench any way you want, which can help you take out some of their either base Pokemon, that they're weaker basic Pokemon, or help you set up for anything over 200. You usually want to put damage on those 2 so that you can knock them out with Dragapult with one shot with Phantom Dive on the to the active position, which is something that I find to be really useful in most cases. So that's it for the Dragapult line. Pretty self-explanatory for the most part. You don't really use Droopy's attacks too much, and you mostly keep them. What I like to do is kind of keep 2 of them in my bench, and set at least 2 of them up so that if my opponent acts out one, I still have another one kind of already set up to get to Dragapult EX. For the secondary engine in the deck I'm running the Natu engine with 2 Natu and 2 Xatu. With Xatu, it's really good for its ability, which allows you to put a Psychic Energy onto one of your bench Pokemon and draw 2 cards, which helps you again draw into your deck. It's just a draw engine for the deck, really. I have heard people telling me to run I think it was the Drago engine. I have no idea what that engine does, to be honest, so I just ran this one because it's just the one in the app. The one I'm used to playing the most, because it does help you set up your Dragapult EXs a lot and help you can draw more cards into your deck. So I like running it. And the last Pokemon I'm putting in the deck is the 1 copy of Luminian V, just because its ability allows you to search for any trainer card you need from your deck, or any supporter card really from your deck that you might need when you play from hand, which is really good for helping you get to your trainer cards. For the trainer cards I'm running in the deck, I am running 3 copies of Ultra Ball to help get to any Pokemon I might need in any situation. I am running 4 copies of Buddy Poffin to get to my Dreepies and Natus, and if I ever need them, since it allows me to put 2 of them onto bench. Running 2 copies of Nest Ball. These are placeholders for Earthen Vessels. Since I don't have any as of right now, so I'm running these instead. But it pretty much allows me to just search my deck for a basic Pokemon and put to the bench, which is mostly just for my GPs. Running 2 copies of Jamming Tower, just because I do run into a lot of Ancient Box decks, and Ancient Booster is really annoying to play with or play around in this deck. So I run Jamming Tower to kind of get rid of Ancient Booster. And this deck only plays like 1 item card, or Poke Tool card, I should say. So it doesn't really affect me all that much since I only run the 1 and I can only set up without it. So Jamming Tower is in here just kind of just to get rid of it's for my Ancient Box matchups, and if I ever need it for anything. Then I'm playing 2 Rare Candies to evolve my Dreepies into Dragapult EXs whenever I need to. Since this deck can take a while to set up sometimes, since it is a 2-stage evolution, or a 3-stage evolution line, I should say. So it does take a while to set up. So Rare Candy comes in handy for a quick setup and everything. 2 more. I'm running 2 energy searches. These are also placeholders for Earthen Vessel, since I just don't have any as of right now. So the Nest Balls and the energy searches are for Earthen Vessels, since I'm running 4 Earthen Vessels in the deck. Running 2 Switch, just because it allows me to switch my Pokemon out if my opponent switches it for whatever reason, or in case I have a Dragapult EX finally set up and I can switch it out with any of my whatever my active Pokemon may be. Really handy for that. 1 energy retrieval to get back energy because my Pokemon was locked out, or I have to discard energy for whatever reason. Hopefully for energy recovery. 1 energy switch. This card is a placeholder. I don't remember what card this is supposed to be. I think it would be like another Iono. So as of right now, just kind of a placeholder. It just switches my energies around for the most part, from one Pokemon to another. It's helpful sometimes in certain matchups. Super Rod to shuffle back basic Pokemon, my Pokemon and basic energy back to the deck. Mostly I use it to shuffle back my my Dragapult evolution lines, since that usually tends to run out if the game goes long. And then the new addition to the deck. This was one of the Aspect energy cards, but I switched it out for Sparkling Crystal, just because Dragapult EX's Phantom Dive attack is a 2 energy card. So having this on it makes it a 1 energy card, so I can just kind of set up a lot faster. You think? So it just helps a lot easier setup in the deck. That's it for the item cards and Puggy Tools. Kind of move us off the slide. For the supporters, for the trainer cards I am running 2 copies of Miriam, because she helps me shuffle my 5 Pokemon to the deck and draw 3 cards. Super helpful for that. And this is a special edition rare that I have an extra one of, which I love. I love this card a lot. I want to get 1 more for the deck. I have 2 Ionos currently. I do need 2 more, but Iono is really good for hand fixing if the game was long or my opponent has a lot of cards in hand. Dropping down an Iono and making them shuffle all the cards onto the deck and drawing less cards if they have like less prize cards than I do really is really funny for me, and also kind of helps me get back to games that I'm probably losing. 2 Boss's Orders to help switch out my opponent at the Pokemon so I can knock it out, so I can knock them out or help me win the game most times, since that's what this card does really. It's because my opponent knows they're losing the game and they switch out that Pokemon with a Pokemon that I can't knock out with one attack. I Boss's Orders, get the Pokemon up front and knock them out with Phantom Dive. It's pretty fun. Next up, I am running 4 copies of Arven to help me get to any of my item cards I need, or my Poke Tool, since I only run the 1 Poke Tool, but mostly just to get to any item card that I might need in any situation. So it's really helpful for that. And the last trainer card I'm running in the deck is 2 copies of Jaxx. I think I'm missing one more copy of Jaxx as well, but I think I'm missing 1 more anyways. But Jaxx allows me to get any 2 evolution Pokemon I might need, which helps out a lot for setup and getting cards in my hand that I need for evolving over the next few turns. So super helpful for that. That's all of these supporter cards. For the energies, I'm running 5 Fire Energy And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 psychic energy. I run this ratio mostly because of the Natu line, or the Zatu ability, which allowed me to attach psychic energies and draw cards. So I'm running more psychic energies just for more draw power in the deck. Because digging deep in the deck really helps a lot for deck thinning and getting cards you might need. And since this deck has like a bunch of ways to get central deck and draw cards, it just comes in handy a lot more to just for him to get more draw power. And I do want to switch out all the energy cards with the gold energy at some point. It's just a matter of time as to when I'm going to do that. But yeah, that is the deck so far. I will be experimenting the deck a lot more and probably trying to see if I could run. I know somebody told me to run I think Terrapagos and like what was it? It was that the stadium card that allows you to have 8 cards on your bench if you have Terra Pokemon. I might see about running that engine and seeing if that works in the deck or not. I also might experiment with the Regidrago build, since my main Dragapult X is a Dragon type Pokemon, so I might have to see what that's about. I'm just kind of experimenting at this point, seeing what works and what doesn't work, and what I like and what I don't like, and just kind of trying to evolve and hopefully try to one day go to a big Pokemon event like NAIC or Pokemon Regionals, and maybe even try to go to Worlds one day. That'd be really fun to compete in. And who knows, I might have a shot at winning Worlds, which would be honestly be super cool if I actually could win Worlds. I would cry, because that would be amazing. But yeah, that's it for my Dragapult EX deck profile. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions about the deck, let me know, and I'll do my best to answer any questions. Also, if you try to get into Pokemon, I really can't recommend enough downloading the Pokemon TCG Live app. That's how I relearned to play the game, since I did play with the Pokemon, I think the Pokemon like Academy or something like that. The little box would come with like a Charizard EX deck, or GX deck maybe it was. I know it came with Pikachu, Charizard, and Mewtwo. That's how I learned to play the card game. I think it was Pokemon TCG Academy, I think. I learned through that, the Pokemon TCG Online app, which was before the current one we have currently. And the new app, that TCG Live app that I have, and that's how I learned to play the game. I really recommend playing with the Pokemon TCG Live app. It's really fun, really helpful, and all around just kind of playtesting and seeing what you like, what you don't like, also comes in handy. And since the apps itself comes with a few like structure decks, quote unquote, that you can play with and build and kind of like learn to play with, that also really helped in building this deck. So yeah, that's all I got. So please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, this is Jaxx Finn, signing out.